I think we have in all the games, with a bit more success in others, but the last thing you do when the finals come is shrink. You want to go out there and play. The Wallabies have struggled since the World Cup to find the perfect balance between all-out attacking, running rugby and playing territory. Tactical kicking will, of course, still be hugely influential on Saturday given Ireland boast kicking maestros Johnny Sexton and Conor Murray in the halves. Across the first two tests, the Wallabies have scored 5 tries, including a penalty try, compared to the visitors' 2, but it has been ill-discipline that has cost the Australians. In Melbourne, the Wallabies conceded 15 penalties to Ireland's 12, and given his team's focus on that area, Cheika has foreshadowed that to be a key factor in deciding who wins the first match between the two sides in Sydney since 1994. "I'm backing us to win the penalty count this week," Cheika said. "Winning the penalty count this week will be a good lead into us having more field position, more ball and trying to put pressure on the opposition. If we keep working on that, like all things, you practice it, it will start to turn for you," a former coach at Leinster. Cheika said he had no extra internal motivation than anyone to help the Wallabies triumph in the deciding match of what has already been a pulsating series. He believes a win in Sydney, in such a pressure cooker environment, will produce a certain toughness needed for big matches in the future. "Getting that job done will put us in good stead to go into a test series against the number 1 in the world, New Zealand, which is what we've got to do after this," Cheika said. "You can't ask for any better preparation as far as I'm concerned. They're big games and we want to get experience in putting ourselves in the position where we've got to play for these trophies and have these types of weeks where everything's on the line. We want to enjoy them and really be clear on how we can get the results in this situation." Ireland were able to shut down Israel full in the air during the most recent match in Melbourne, and there has been debate as to whether players were illegally blocking his run to the ball, but their coach, Joe Schmidt, refuted such suggestions on Thursday. "We don't believe that there is anything illegal going on there," Schmidt said. "Guys have every right to come back directly onside and we just worked a bit harder getting back, knowing that one of the things is that when Israel does win the ball you have got to get someone in behind it. I've no doubt that they'll have the same urgency. That's part of the intensity of what gets brought to a test match." Pressed on whether the Wallabies had any tricks up their sleeve to negate Ireland's blockers, Cheika said there were plans in place to get full-out quality ball. "We've got a few different things that we might look at, for sure," Cheika said. "We can counter the blocking and everything like that with better kicks. Maybe a few different things that they're not ready for."